So the other day I was looking back through some challenges that people had submitted on Twitter, and I stumbled across a really interesting one from ProleteR. As you all know, when you build piston feed tapes, you need to make sure that you have a gap in the corners. One gap on one corner and then one gap on the opposite corner to allow for the piston feed tape to cycle. Now ProleteR had actually come up with a way to create a piston feed tape that doesn't have these corners, and he's challenged me to create one for myself. Now you may be sat there thinking, well, that seems easy enough, just put blocks in the corners, how hard can it be? But no, that is not the case. This is going to be a big logistical challenge. And I've already put in a little bit of groundwork. So this is going to be the piston feed tape. It's 7 blocks in total. This right here is going to be the input going directly down the center. And this is potentially, don't even know if it works yet, potentially what our piston layout is actually going to be looking like. We somehow need to activate all of these. Now the reason that I put in this extra groundwork is because this system is so confusing that I actually wasn't certain I was going to be able to do it, but I think I have come up with some way in which this could potentially work, maybe. So here is the theory. What we need to do is, first off, we need to retract the central blocks. Okay, so we need to grab that one, that will retract that down. We need to grab this one, that will retract that down. Grab that one and that one. And we end up with this kind of wavy shape right here. And then we're going to pull those blocks back into these little areas so that they're kind of pushed out of the way. So let's get rid of that and let's get rid of that one. Okay. Very, very good start. Next thing that we have to do is we're going to retract down all of these glass blocks that have been left up at the top. So we just need to do that very quickly. There we go. We need to do that one, and that one, that one, and that one. So we've ended up with this sort of setup right here. Now we need to push those glass blocks across. Now the way that we do that is by activating this circuit, which will push up and across. Good. That is working. So flick that. That's good. That's good. Flick that. That works. And we flick this one. Okay. So we now have this situation here. And then we have to just extend this across and fire this one. And then retract those back. And then we have to extend this across. Fire this one very quickly. And then pull this back across. And we have to do it again. That's that. Spit it out. And that retracts. And then we do it for the final time. And I think that does it. So this thing is possible. There it is. One full rotation of the air blockless piston feed tape. Right, well that's all well and good that we've done this using levers, but we actually need to link that up with redstone, which is going to be a little bit more tricky. Right, so part 1 is done with the retraction of the block. So that's that bit done. Then we just need to run a line into this, and we need it to be a pretty fast pulse. So I'm imagining that we'll have something like this. This can be our input. Right there, and then we'll have our monostable circuit running off and out like this. In fact, we're going to use orange blocks for this one, so we're going to have our monostable circuit running off and out like that. And then we need to make sure that we power that one really quickly, but without powering this redstone here. You know what? This might not be as difficult as I was expecting it to be. I've run in this repeater. I'm basically working on a 1 module basis, so this kind of area here is 1 module, and what I've done so far is I've created a system that should, in theory, drag down the blocks, pull it across, and then push it across like that. Look, ready? Oh, it happens a little bit too quickly. Let's see. Again, just a tiny bit too fast. I don't actually know what I've done. What have I done? Oh, there we go. That was it. So that's what we want to see. You know what? We're making some really good progress here. I've added in the repeater circuits which run into the pusher cross lines. So we're now grabbing the block so that it goes inside this little system here. And it begins to get pushed across. You can see, look at that. That happens fast too. Now if we if we were to do something like this, now I'm not 100% certain this is going to function, but if we do something a little bit like this, will that allow us to spit the block back out? Whoa! That was next level! So now all we have to do is activate this one, down here, the little green line, and that should do the trick, and that is not a difficult thing to do. I mean, we literally just have to run the redstone out like this, and down here somehow without activating this hopper line, so we're just going to need some slabs up at the top, and that should, in theory, do the trick. So let's do this. Here we go. Button pressed. One module, all completed, and done. I don't believe it. Okay, so we just need to recreate this on all of the other corners, and then we can just link that up with one line of redstone. But before we do, it seems I actually overlooked something which could cause a problem. So we need to spit the blocks back out so that they're back level with the floor. So let's see if we can actually do that. Here goes. We'll go! We made a mess. But now we are fixed. Did you see that? It spat out both blocks. So look. That's good. And obviously these ones will spit out these ones will spit out these ones will spit out these ones. All of them will be spat back out. Now, I wonder if this is actually going to function in this sequence here. So I've built all of the redstone, I've done all of that, and I've built it in a sequence. So it starts from here, and then this one activates, and then this one activates. I'm actually going to back up the world quickly because I imagine this could make a mess if it goes wrong. So here goes. 3, 2, 1. That's the wrong place. It is over here. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yep, we made a mess. I think these all have to activate at exactly the same time. And that is what I've made them do. Now, it has got a little bit bigger, but fingers crossed. And I'll repeat that, fingers crossed, it does work. Oh, that looks so close. But we really have some breakage going on. Oh. I've discovered the problem, and it's one that I hadn't thought of. And it's one that we really, really need to fix. And you know what? That might actually just do it. If we just place in some redstone there, that will then... Oh, this could be tight. What we need to do is we need to make sure that this pops up before this piston gets pushed across and does all of its thing. Okay. We are having to make some serious changes to the redstone circuitry here. Okay, so we've got that, we've added in all of this circuitry, and now we just need to watch these back pistons. Okay, they need to do as they're told. Here goes. That was it! I'm almost certain that was it. Almost certain. I can't believe it. This has been so many hours of work. So this... That was perfect. Where's that piston gone? Let's try it without the glass first. Nothing broke, which is good. Now we try it with an actual piston feed tape. I have such high confidence, I've actually placed in all the colours as well. So let's go. Oh gosh! After rebuilding this thing multiple times, I think I've managed to do it. That was a full-on evil laugh, but I don't care. Because just to see that thing reconstruct is amazing. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. One very nice, gapless piston feed tape. Look, watch the blue block. Hit the button. I could actually watch that all day. This is one of my favourite redstone contraptions I've created for quite some time. This was a real challenge, something I'd never really done before. forced me to completely rethink the way that I do certain things. And the best news is that it's been built completely flush with the floor. So you can see no redstone above floor level right there. You could have this in your base, and if you really fancy just changing things up occasionally, you just hit the button. Nice. I heavily enjoyed this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, please sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.